Let's get straight into it. This video, I'm going to talk to you about something that is just as, if not more important than calories when it comes to weight loss, right? And when you think of weight loss, you've been conditioned to believe that weight loss means hunger, weight loss means restriction, weight loss means smaller portions. And I don't blame you for being conditioned like this when we think about all of the narratives that are pushed in, adverts, social media, society, friends, like you name it. There's this whole perception around weight loss that like calories are the most important thing, but also attached to that means restriction, small portions, and all of the things that I've said. But I want to share something with you today that will completely transform your belief around how we actually achieve rapid weight loss, okay? How we get to the place that we've always wanted to. And I know that in taking what I'm going to say on board, implementing it into your daily life moving forward, you're going to see more progress than you ever have before, okay? And we can really truly experience incredible weight loss that feels right, that feels like it's here to stay, and so much easier than ever before. So when it comes to weight loss, yes, calories are important. We all know that we have to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. That is a fact. But let's not just have that only belief, okay? Because there's something that supports that you need to understand. And like I said, that so many over 30s neglect. Yes, we want to eat less calories, but that doesn't mean that we want to eat less food. We actually want to eat more food. And something that is just as important as calories, if not more important, is food volume. Is actually eating a plate full of good quality, nutrient dense, single ingredients food that ensures that we're actually full, content, and satisfied. And this is where so many adults go wrong. They're just so focused on hitting a calorie goal. And their belief is, I'm doing a weight loss journey, so I need to be hungry, I need to be restrictive, I need to eat small portions. Absolutely false. Yes, we want to reduce calories, but we want to increase food volume. I want you to eat as much food as possible within the calories that you need to be eating for your specific situation and body type to lose weight, but I want you to get as much for them calories as you can. It's called being calorie efficient. And when we look at this, this is why it's so valuable. And I think the reason why so many over 30s get it wrong is because you're conditioned to believe that weight loss is sacrifice, restriction, small portions. If you were to do what I'm going to tell you to do, it might feel like it's not weight loss. It's not what you need because you feel fuller. You feel maybe bloated at times. And to you, that means that no, like weight loss is about getting smaller, feeling light, restriction, not eating much. But if we can challenge and change that narrative, you realize that no, weight loss is about feeling full and content. Clients that join the lean and fulfilled lifestyle tell me that they can't even hit the calorie goal that they're on because they're just so full, because they're eating more food volume, they're eating more fruit and veg, they're eating more protein. Okay, they're reducing processed foods and eating good quality, whole nutrient, whole foods, nutrient dense food. So that is how weight loss can be so much more easier and effective, because if you just focus on a calorie goal, right, and you're not focusing on food quality, food volume, you just Belvita biscuit for breakfast because it's 200 calories and it's a little biscuit, small portion, great. And then for lunch, you're having a chicken salad that's like this big. You could maybe sustain that for a few days, but it's short-lived. You're hungry, you're ratty, and it doesn't work. Whereas if you were to actually eat more food, but focus on eating good quality food, specifically protein, so if we had eggs for breakfast as opposed to like a cereal, that's going to be so much more filling, so much more satiating, because it's going to slow the digestion of the food down. It's harder to digest than, the hardest to digest, I can't get my words out, macronutrient that there is. So in doing that, we're going to feel so much fuller. I know for a fact, if you could have a bowl of cereal in the morning, or you could have a 3-egg, vegetable omelette, and I guarantee if you had that 3-egg vegetable omelette, it could be the same calories as cereal, but you're going to be full until lunchtime. You're actually going to be satisfied. Your energy is going to be better. Whereas if you're having that cereal by 9:30, 10, you're thinking of food, you're starving, and that's when we can get into them binging behaviours. And just, we feel like weight loss is an awful experience, which, like, if you want to lose a couple of stone, you're never going to commit to the process if it just feels hard, awful, and like your mood's off and everything. Now, don't get me wrong, towards the end of a weight loss journey, you know, hunger will be present. You know, we can feel tired, fatigued, because we're in an energy deficit. That's just the cost of success, but that's way further down the line. For the first 8 to 12 weeks, you should feel energized, happy, excited, gain gain energy. Like, you shouldn't really, hunger comes and goes if we've had a bad night's sleep, if we're emotional, but like overall, you should be feeling full. You should be feeling incredible and actually losing weight, feeling healthier, and just this positive, like, liberating experience in your life. But if you're not feeling that, it's because you're obsessed with calories. You're obsessed with small portions restriction. Why don't we actually lean into increasing food volume, becoming calorie efficient, knowing that yes, calories is important, but food quality and the amount that we eat is even more so. So this is where we want to look at, you know, getting more protein into our meals, but also how can we volumize our plate? How can we eat as much food as possible for the calories? Okay, because, you know, 500 calories is 500 calories. 500 calories could be half a pizza, but it could be chicken, broccoli, rice, mange tout, and, you know, I don't know, like a seasonings or sauces. Like, you know, it's about being calorie efficient. And honestly, once you realize that food volume is so much more important than calories, you know, your whole game changes. So there's two little tips that I can give you just to keep this video short and sweet, but will help you start to increase your food volume and not obsess so much about calories and actually focus on eating good and more quality food. The first thing is just have a piece of fruit with every meal. If you're having breakfast, lunch, and dinner, just have a piece of fruit with every single meal. Okay, if we focus on fruit as well that has the skin on, and we eat the skin, that's where the fibre sits, so that can help to fill us more. So, you know, you can have an apple for breakfast, a kiwi for lunch, and have a pear with your dinner. Now, another thing that's going to really help you here is having 200 gram of cooked vegetables with your lunch and dinner. And this is game changing for the fact that 200 grams of broccoli, so like 100 gram of broccoli, is like the size of my palm. So 200 grams is going to be, you know, two palms full. Now that's going to double the plate of food that you eat, and it's only going to add like 40 calories, and it's going to have protein in, it's going to be packed with vitamins and minerals. It's going to help to fill you up. So instead of just having, you know, a slice of chicken and a couple of rice cakes or crackers for your lunch, if we were to have chicken, 200 gram of cooked veg, broccoli, mange tout, cauliflower, peas, carrots, you know, parsnips, roasted vegetables, whatever it may be, you're going to fill yourself up so much more. And suddenly that little chicken breast and a couple of crackers becomes a big voluminous plate. You're going to feel so much better, so much fuller as well. Now for your evening meal, as an example, you might be having, you know, spaghetti bolognese with the family. How can we volumize that meal to just fill you up even more? Okay, for not many extra calories, but to stop you snacking on an evening and feeling the need to, like, oh, I'm starving. You know, I've literally just had this tiny healthy recipe that I've cooked. 200 gram of cooked veg. If you had 100 gram of broccoli, 100 gram of roasted carrots, you're going to fill yourself up so much more. You're going to feel great for it as well, all the vitamins and minerals. So focus on veg. Obviously, green leafy veg is really great. The cruciferous family, so like cauliflower, broccoli, sprouts, don't kill me, you know, cabbage, all of these vegetables that are really high in vitamins and minerals, really low calories, super high in fiber, bit of protein in as well, and just going to fill you up nicely. And when we start to focus on volumizing every meal that we eat and focusing on eating, you know, whole foods, removing processed food as much as possible, you're going to be so much full. Like, I can't even, the amount of clients that join the lean and fulfilled lifestyle and within the first few weeks are saying, I can't even hit the calories you've given me. Like, I can't even hit, like, I'm eating so much more protein, I'm so much more fuller, I feel a bit bloated. And I'm like, don't worry, like, the bloat is not fat gain, obviously, it's temporarily, and it's just because the food is sitting in your stomach a lot longer than normal because we've got more protein, we've got more vegetables. Your body will get used to it as you move more and as we build up your body's ability to handle more food. But in, you know, yes, there's a calorie target because that is important for weight loss, but the focus becomes on how can I eat as much food as I can within my calorie limits? So how can I turn my Belvita biscuit into protein shake and fruit, into Greek yogurt, handful of berries and some honey? You know, how can I eat more good quality food that makes me feel great, that actually fills me up? And honestly, trust me when I say that is so much more important than calories when it comes to weight loss, because if you're actually filling your body up and giving it what it needs, you become so much more efficient. Okay, it's sustainable and achievable long term. And it's not just going to help you to lose weight quicker, but you're going to feel so much better. The process goes from, I hate this, this is hard, I'm not the type of person that can lose weight, to this is amazing, I'm eating all this food, I'm feeling full, I'm eating loads of more colours, I'm diversifying my meals, and it just becomes such an exciting, liberating process that actually helps you to lose weight quicker. So hopefully that was useful, and honestly, if you can have this mindset shift around weight loss and know that, yes, it's about reducing calories, but actually it doesn't mean eating smaller portions, it means eating bigger portions, real food. And if we can get that balance right and start to make these changes, piece of fruit with every meal, 200 gram of cooked veg with our lunch and dinner, and they're just two things that I've given you, there's so much more that we can do here, then you're going to see just so much more progress, and weight loss just becomes easier than it ever has before. So hopefully you enjoyed that. I'll see you in the next one.